Today we want to look at how we can determine the acceleration due to gravity using the simple pendulum. The simple pendulum is made by attaching a length of thread to a metal bulb. The metal bulb is called the pendulum bulb. The length of thread is held firmly within two small um, pieces of wood, or otherwise called splint cork. But in this case, we are using a folded carton. We just need to improvise. And the splint cork, or this our provision, help us to increase the length of thread and also reduce it. As you can see, it can be increased, it can be reduced with the help of the splint cork. More so, if you look at the motion of the pendulum bulb, it's an oscillatory motion. As the bulb moves, let me take it this way. As the bulb moves to and fro, it displaces an angle known as the amplitude. A to and fro movement, one complete to and fro movement of the pendulum bulb is called oscillation. And the time taken to complete one oscillation is called the periodic time, or simply the period. In today's experiment, we are going to use our stopwatch to measure or record the time for 20 oscillations. So what will now be the period for that 20 oscillation? It is the time recorded divided by the number of oscillations, which is 20 for this particular experiment. So the apparatus needed, we said the pendulum bulb, the thread, the rator stand, your meter rule, and your stopwatch. So you are going to start by using your meter rule to measure a length of thread of 100 centimeters. And when you are taking your measurement, you must be at the center of gravity of the pendulum bulb to the point of pivot of the thread. It is important that you record the time twice to minimize error. So therefore, after that, you take your average time. If you do it twice, average time will not be equal to T1 plus T2 divided by 2. If you record for 3 times, T1 plus T2 plus T3 divided by 3. Having got your average time, the period for oscillation will now be evaluated using T over 20, because we recorded for 20 oscillations. Then evaluate T squared. If you have finished that, you repeat the experiment for 90, 80, 70, and 60. Thereafter, you plot the graph of L against T squared, or T squared against L. So for today, we are going to plot the graph of L against T squared. L is the length of thread, T squared is the square of the period. Having done that, the period T is equal to 2 pi root L over G. So if you make G the subject of the equation, you are going to find that G will be equal to 4 pi squared L over T squared. And once you plot the graph of L on the vertical axis and T squared on the horizontal axis, the slope of the graph will now be L over T squared. Hence, from your slope of graph, our G will now be equal to 4 pi squared times x, where x is the slope of the graph, which is L over T squared. But if we plot a graph of T squared against L, the formula for G would have been G is equal to 4 pi squared over the slope. So I guess with this, we can start the experiment. Thank you.